Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat Kodash, and double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and sincere blessings to the hopeful elect and the 1/3 scattered across the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Montaza Ah, GMS Chicago camp, back with another lesson, and let's get right into it.
They ever listened to, the only customers that ever mattered anyway to them were so-called white people, rich and white people. But if the city is going to be like 80% African-American, Latino, Asian, Muslim, immigrant, and what have you, well, they don't care anymore. They don't care if your mayor was ChatGPT. It wouldn't make any difference to them. They could care less. You understand what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, I would expect things to go downhill in New York rapidly. Not because of Mamdani, understand me. Not because of him, but because Mamdani's election is a sign that the power structure has already written New York off. You see what I mean? They made him the pilot because they know that the plane is already in a tailspin. And when it crashes, and it will crash, he'll be the one in the cockpit. Again, I'm not saying anything about Mamdani's stated policy goals, or even his perceived or inferred policy goals. That's irrelevant. That's completely irrelevant. This is what I keep telling you. The downward trajectory of the United States of America is irreversible.
You heard what he said. Irreversible, okay? Now, really what he was saying was Revelation 14:8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Okay? That's basically what he was just saying. He's saying America's finished, it's fallen. All right? And he was basically saying it's falling quickly too. So these other nations can clearly see the decline of America. All right? You don't necessarily have to be in this truth to see the decline of America. Okay? You just have to be a person that's actually got some sense, some common sense in you. Okay? But see, the Lord has given us eyes to see. All right? And ears to hear. So us brothers in this truth, we can see certain things that the average person is not able to see. Okay? But what he's saying here is, also what he's saying is America is divided. All right?
That includes New York, and it includes New York City. It includes Chicago, it includes Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, every major urban center in America. The train that you're on has no brakes, and the track is running out. There are no brakes on that train, and there's definitely no reverse gear. Look, New York City has been hemorrhaging rich households for at least the past decade. You understand? People with incomes over $200,000 a year have been migrating out of New York for at least the last decade. Millionaires too. New York has lost something like $14 billion because of this exodus of rich people. Because like I said, that's what they do. They move out the neighborhood. And these are the people whose complaints got listened to. These are the ones who the customer service department is for in the first place. Customer service department meaning the government, the state government, the city government. So crime and violence is going to increase in New York, in my opinion. Racial tensions will increase, poverty, homelessness. All of this is going to get worse. But if you think...
All right. You heard what he said. All right. It's all going to get worse. All right. And everything that he mentioned brings me to Matthew 12 and 25. Salakia. I meant Second Esdras 15 and 14. Salakia. Woe to the world. This is Second Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And this is what he was just mentioning. For there should be a sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right?
That's because of Mamdani. Or if you think that Mamdani will or can prevent this from happening, then like I say, you really don't understand what is happening. You don't understand what is happening or why it will happen. And making sure that you do not understand this is exactly the purpose of the consolidated narrative positions about Mamdani. To keep you misunderstanding what's going on. To keep you misunderstanding why it's going on. To keep you misunderstanding who or what is responsible for it. And to keep you believing actually in the very system that's causing this to happen. You know?
And he's 100% correct, you know. All these distractions is to keep us believing in this bullshit system that Esau Edom is currently ruling, all right? But like I said, these other nations can clearly see the downfall of America. All right? This is Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Okay? And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? All right? And hey, you got Edomites going at, you know, not every Edomite agrees with what, you know, Donald Trump and his MAGA army is doing. All right? Not every Edomite agrees with this Donald Trump administration. Okay? Not every Edomite agrees with the system that's put in place. Okay? So, hey, that's Satan cast, you know, that's Satan going against his own people. Okay? All right? So, this kingdom is definitely falling. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like it said in Isaiah, you know what I'm saying? Unrighteous decrees and riches gotten by deceit. You know? When you establish a kingdom based on riches gotten by deceit and unrighteous decrees, that already shows that your kingdom is established by pride, all right, and not honesty. So it can only, eventually it's gonna fall, all right? It will eventually fall because of the pride, all right? It will eventually become divided. So hopefully this was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash, and double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.
The illusion of democracy, party politics, the fatally flawed Western cultural and ideological character that created the system. They're trying to keep you looking at your enemies for allyship and for salvation. To keep.
All right, shalom.